One of the things I'm trying to get a little bit better at is preparing for meals. What I'm finding I'm doing is that when I get hungry, I get into the kitchen and I just eat what's readily available. So today I'm going to prepare some chicken thighs I bought the other day. There we go, all washed and seasoned up with a little bit of salt, ground pepper, some seasoning salt, and also some smoked paprika. And since we've had some snow, I know where Otis will be. There we have them, all cooked up. Probably enough for 4 meals, I'd say, because you have to remember I need to share my meals with my roommate. Yeah, you. I'm talking about you. The other day, I watched a video where someone turned a cauliflower into tater tots. And I thought to myself, I wonder if I can turn a turnip into the same. I have one left over, so let's give it a shot. So I've got the turnip all chopped up, and I think I'll just pop them in the microwave and cook them until they're tender. And Otis will patiently wait to see what comes out of the kitchen, even when the days aren't the best. As long as there's snow, this is where he wants to be. So once the turnip's been cooked, I mashed it all up, and I added some coconut flour, some Parmesan cheese, some black pepper, some salt, some celery salt, and garlic powder, I believe. I'll mix that all up. And in all of the excitement, I forgot about the eggs. And since I don't have regular eggs, I just have the egg whites. That will have to do. So after mixing them all together, I form them into tater tot shapes, and I'm going to put them into 2 different lots. One lot I'm going to bake in the toaster oven, and the second lot I'm going to fry in some avocado oil. And there you have them, all cooked up. The ones on the left were the fried, and the ones on the right were from the oven. The oven ones I ended up putting some smoked paprika on the top, but boy, do they ever smell good! I reached in this morning to pull out some bone broth to make some soup. Lo and behold, there ain't none there! So let's see what we can do to remedy this situation. And what about you? What are you going to do to keep out of trouble? It's actually quite a simple process. I always have bones of some sort that I've collected and put in the freezer. So those have gone into the Instant Pot with just enough water to cover them up. Then it's just a process of closing the Instant Pot and turning her on, setting the timer. Usually set it for 10 minutes. And off she goes. And there we have it. What I'll do now is I'll strain it through a colander, pull off some of the chicken off the bones to give to Otis, and the rest will be put into containers either to make up for some soup or to add to Otis's food, actually. So into the colander to drain and cool. And there we have it. Enough chicken pulled off the bones to add to Otis's supper. Nice container for some soup, and another smaller container so that Otis can have some added to his suppers for the rest of the week. One of the things I like doing when I start cooking is to make a big batch of something. That way I have some I can put into the freezer to pull out for some quick meals. So for today, we're going to be making some cabbage rolls in a bowl. I use cabbage, hamburger, soy sauce, some spices, and some Asian style vegetables. For the spices, I'll have in there celery salt, seasoning salt, garlic powder, black pepper, and some chili. We'll start first by frying up all the hamburger. I would say there's probably about a pound and a half before I add the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to pull out just a bit for Otis to have mixed into his bowl for supper tonight. There we go. Speaking of Otis, he's found his place outside. A little bit of snow falling, so he's enjoying that and eating what he can reach. So to the hamburger, I've added the chopped cabbage, which I'll mix all up. Once the cabbage has had an opportunity to cook down a bit, I've added all of the Asian vegetables. Then after giving the vegetables a good stir, I've added all of the spices, and then I'll add some soy sauce to taste. Once all of that is mixed together, I'll cover and simmer for about 15 minutes, I guess. I really don't know, to be honest with you, but 15 minutes should do it. And Otis has decided he better get inside before he misses out on something. And there you have it. My version of cabbage rolls in a bowl. I had a friend and former neighbor drop by the house the other day. He said he's going to be back in a day or two with something for Otis. It's probably going to be a bag of treats, I'm sure. But I'm going to see if I can entice him to come in the house for a cup of tea, and I thought I'd make a strawberry cake to go along with it. So we'll start with the dry ingredients, a mixture of almond flour, coconut flour, protein powder, a sugar substitute, salt, baking powder, and a touch of xanthan gum. And for the wet ingredients, we have strawberries, which are actually frozen strawberries. I think it calls for fresh, but I didn't have any. And then we'll add to that some of the egg whites and Greek yogurt. Now you keep on adding the Greek yogurt until you get the texture you want. I forgot to mention there's some vanilla extract in there too. So I'm going to start with half a cup of the egg whites and 1 cup of the Greek yogurt. So those proportions seemed pretty good. So it's all been placed into a spring form pan, ready for the oven. And as you can see, yeah, I know, Otis. As you can see, we lost all our snow. Poor Otis. Yep, so as you can see, all that beautiful snow we had is totally gone. Rained all last night. And there you have it. Strawberry cake fresh from the oven. I'll cut it up like a pie and serve it topped with whipped cream.